Why do we have NASA? It's to entertain the children of the world. And it's really a massive distraction service. You'll never see it more clearly. I mean, you can't see it clearly because it's a distraction service. It's so like there that you don't see it. War in Iran, and let's launch something at the moon. Something is going on, and 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 cosmically, I was going to say intergalactically, but astrologically, there is such. See, first of all, there's such an opportunity on this plane to have such a beautiful life, but it is being hijacked. And see, they do astrology. Here's the saying about astrology: millionaires, they do astrology, kind of like as a fun, but they don't really get into it. Billionaires, they do dabble in it also, but it's not as serious. Only trillionaires are concerned about doing astrology. And they have to, by intergalactic law, on some of their monuments that they build around the world, they have to engrave or put a sign that says, we follow the cosmic realm of, and they do, but that's just because they are pathological liars and they have to, by intergalactic law, they have to show you. And then when they show you and they say like something like, well, we have a criminal justice system, that when you see those words and you don't, they think that you just consent. They're like, well, Bob, I think that they hear what they're saying. They're displaying it in front of your face. And see, the thing is you should know, first of all, you should know your words. You should be able to put it together. And it's pretty scary because what they're doing is, talk about the kids, stringing them along. They have reduced down the population into big babies, and they're being kept, I call it frozen. No evolution going on. They want the chaos of high numbers. But see, what they're doing is, see, they want to attempt to stop the possibility of the organism waking up and doing its own like sifting and an algorithmic playing, especially on here. See, that's why I don't get any likes, and because see, a lot of us, first of all, we're going through a hard time. The alive ones, we're like, and the non-human ones, they see that and they pick on it. And that's kind of like what's going on. It's like, ew, that's disgusting, but okay, we'll get through that, I guess. Having to deal with these extremely unevolved, frightened, paranoid people, and their only sense of success is to see what the government has manufactured up through their fake education system and even the health, where there's homeless people on the other side of the track or something, and you're like, yeah, those people suck. And it's like, no, actually, that's you. You trace your ancestry, you guys come from supposedly just two people, Adam and Eve, and then, but whoever believes that stuff, babes, there isn't any Adam and Eves. There's no Adam and Eve, like people, that you're supposed to like look into to find out, well, how did we get here? The creation of creation is happening, and we are one with the universe. All of it is metaphor, and but then there's poor translation, and you don't hear it right. And the Eve, the way it's spelled, can very well be an I. It's just maybe that the Y, that the part of the bottom was wiped off, and then they call it Eve. But no, we have a science here, and in order to keep your intellectual property in place as a human organism, like sorry, there's a bird pounding back there, to stay buoyant with the truth and in operations with the right connection to the God and or truth perception, because nobody's making anything up here. They say there's nothing new under the sun for a reason. So what I'm saying is, pardon my hair, stuffed in my shirt. I never brush it. We've got, and I do have some potatoes right here. I want to get to eating them. Pardon me. See, this was important, but now it's, who cares, right? Very difficult to fucking focus here on this plane and do the essential work. There's something called essential work, and I would love to explain it. It's as simple as this, and any narcissist would be interested if they knew that how bitchin' it would be if you could just do the essential work. You want to be a success? You want God to contact you and say, good job. Do essential work only. So here's how you do essential work. You have a bucket, and somebody's saying, you know what, if you do the right work and you do the essential work, you'll find the gold nugget in that bucket. But it happens to be inside of a bucket full of just regular old rocks and pebbles. See, somebody that doesn't do essential work, they'll just stir it around and their eyes aren't even focused. They're just like, well, didn't see it. And then somebody else who has, this is just one example for the kids to start to take the train. Somebody else that does essential work using their eyes, they use their eyes to see and their ears to hear. They look, and when they shuffle through, they actually see the gold nugget, they pick it up, throw out the rest and say, here. Now that metaphor can be transferred into every single thing you do. I talk about, I'm a musician, so I know that if I don't do essential work, especially, well, for me, I like to get this feeling that is just like, oh, there it is, right? It's like, for a better word, lack of just saying orgasmic, I guess, where it transfers onto people. No, they love listening to it. And I'm sorry that nobody from my generation has stepped up yet. It's getting down to the wire. We do not see. We're getting in the middle. We're in the middle of transferring a generational value as one generation glitches out. It's important that another one who has done the essential work looks the kids in the eyes and says, no. And this is what we're doing, kids. Well, I want to pick up this computer and just start spinning. While the background fades, we just look at each other and say, look, no. And see, with me, the music, you know, you catch the peaks, the thing that gives you the chill, or the things that, you know, you hear it, right? And then the people, it transfers onto the people. That's called doing essential work, is when you find, you can do a piece like 30,000 times, you can be working on something, but then you find this one certain configuration, keep it, throw out the rest. And that's, yeah, there's many examples of essential work only. But when we're starting from like the ground, the base up, if you don't get the foundation right with that, imagine that. Everything you build on top of it is just going to collapse. And okay, so I don't know why I'm talking about this, but let me just go and fix that fire over there because it tends to get hot. And I do too, you know. And but no, it does get warm. This is so good. It's got Brussels sprouts in it, and mushrooms, and what garlic and potatoes, and I don't know. I'm sharing with you. I'm pretty sure that there's little methods for the human being, the human organism, to begin to catch the non-human occupation in a very like unconscious way. Is if like if you just start eating, and then all the conflict stops. I mean, when they see you, they're like, oh well, they're eating right now, or something like that. Like I heard that like if you just start serving pizzas, then people go, never mind, right? And then another one is like if you do an advertisement, you say, well, you know, please, I need a donation of money. I'm way behind. I've let my water bill go. This is the truth. See, when you say this, and then you start going like this, and I happen to, you know, if you can just donate a little bit for me, and if you go like this, I guess a man is going to fall for it. He's like, yeah, I'm going to donate it. See, when you touch your hair, you're actually touching the air. The word hair has the word air in it for a profound reason. And I had a video. Oh my God, is this fucking thing on? Pardon me. Fuck, I just remembered I have to fucking constantly check my volume here for some reason. And it bugs me because I'm talking and it's low. And you guys are all like, you know, here's one of those chintzy fucking videos. She can't even put a decent background on, and now the sound sucks. Oh God, thank God, sorry. This too shall pass. See, I'm an Aries rising, and we express emotions like quite like face value. You know, it's important to be just let it go, let it flow. You know, that's a superhero for you. They go, sing, whoa, I caught that thing. What's that? You threw that shit at me and throw it back. Boom. See, that's the very first of the I am. You know, you have that kind of responsibility towards yourself. And it takes practice. And that's what we're here for, you know, Aries. We're kind of like the coaches, we're the leaders. We'll say, well, in case you're wondering how to be, you get on top of it, bitch. You don't ignore. the call. And that's what I'm doing here. See, there's a lot that we need to talk about and get on top of it. See, because at least you did try to alert the population through a communication system that is worth $333 trillion. Babes, you guys aren't even thinking. And that's okay. Some of us are going to make this breakthrough, whatever it is. See, I don't know right now. See, I've been turned into a channel, and a lot of people don't realize that. See, I've been channeling all my life, I'm pretty sure. See, playing music is a form of channeling for me. And then now, when you're playing with other people, there is this thing where you're going to alchemize it, and I move into channel. And it's very important for me to be able to play music because it heals every other aspect. And it's the same with everybody else. It heals every other aspect of your body that you need to be healed, to align you to being able to align. Being able to align. It's a form of meditation, music playing, if you're doing it right. You're using space. Now, this is aside from what the egos are doing where they have singers and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm an instrumentalist. I'm into musicianship. And see, we have seen throughout history, especially the last 100 years, what mainstream has done is put musicians and the whole phenomena in the background. They're kind of being used, enslaved, and then there in the front there's a singer that, what are they doing? You know, I mean, God, watch out for the country western music, even the old stuff. I mean, I love Merle Haggard. There's good country western music, but it's long gone in the past, babes. But all of it, no. It's like if you really want to benefit from listening to country western music, you have to listen to it backwards, right? Because then your dog will come home, your truck will come back from having been stolen, your wife will have walked back into the door, and you would not have made it to the bar. Maybe you are not so drunk, and the vomit went back in, and now you got a chance to do the whole morning again. I don't know what the fuck this video was supposed to be, but I'm just letting you know that I'm here, and I don't know, and you guys are just ignoring a lot, and that's okay. We're going to condense down if it's right and meant to be. We're going to keep condensing and saying, no, you have to positively ID yourselves now. This is a spiritual matter, this World War III, and they can, and they will. See, the people of God, I hate to talk about this, but they're going to survive. See, they're pretty much ready already. By way of just, if they've been fasting, if we know how to fast for not just 24 hours, but try 72 hours of no eating. And knowing what it takes to maintain the body that way. And really, you're eating different things. You're eating God, really. Anyway, but you drink water, right? But anyway, see, a lot of people could not handle even 24 hours. And the panic that will happen and from the chemical imbalances, they're going to cause that. And it seems minor, but a lot of people will perish. A lot of crap will happen. It's just, now, this is only if you guys do not achieve singularizing your awareness by using the truth. Yeah, because the truth is the same for all. And we can talk a lot more about that, and I would love to see. There's a lot of people that can't even talk about it. And we get what you're saying about your myopic view and how that you have your own view, and it's like, yeah, okay, but from there, do you access reality enough to where it's just, no, it's the same for everybody? Pretty much. Yeah. Yep. H2O, especially the basics like H2O. That's what I'm pointing out in the interfacing system sent from benevolence who live in outer space. The white entity, the white extraterrestrial English is offering us this. It has everything to do with how our perceptions interact through the air and then begins to tap the truth in outer space. And, oh, Planet Narcissist here? 92% are not turned on. And they don't even know that this is a valid conversation. But by the time Gemini goes into Uranus goes into Gemini by the end of April. See, we're waiting for Uranus to try to get out of Taurus safely. But we think that a massive Earth shift is going to happen before then. That's going to actually help aid in making people do essential work now. Because a lot of narcissists, they just want to know, what do I do in order to survive here? And so if you want to know, but see, this is the things, they don't really like their freedom. They don't like freedom. When you talk about free money, if you want freedom, you get free money. If you want to be free, free money gives you freedom, makes a free people. Could be just temporary. We might not, if we elevate into consciousness, singularize, and take care of what we need to take care of in order to maintain a higher vibrational frequency. This does not mean that we're just going to regress back into the caves and we're going to grow orchards of food and we dance around a fire. No. Your technology is right there saying, we can be with you, and even have them deprogram it away from their weaponry. Because the reason why they're able to do that is because, well, you're losing the game. Who, Shauna? Oh, I'm talking to the people who are awake here. I'm sorry. There's the non-self-reflecting people out there that they don't see. The saying goes, the unexamined life is not worth living, and 92% are doing no examination. And you gotta fucking watch out for these people. Did you know that there pretty much is a broke-off civilization? It's not the one that you see right in front of your face, human beings. See, there's a human being, and then you're like, what's going on here? Well, it's a broke-off civilization of non-human beings. Be happening right in your own home. You have one who's broke off from the sky and or reality. Hello, narcissist, that's you. Yeah, you're fucking difficult. Oh, you have your own main narrative. A version that's happening. You're not reliable. No, it's weird. It's strange. It's an anomaly, but it's fucking irritating after a while because we need to fucking actually do essential work and get something worthwhile in case the kids are watching and they can't. They don't. Here's why. There's nobody there. There is nobody home there. Something is going on now with, so through abuse and through some hand-me-down of that nature, that they are taken out of their bodies enough, they are replaced with the false self there. Yep. And that's something that you need to be studying. What's really going on here? But see, the narcissist, the backdrop, 92% of people, because they don't do essential work, this means that they don't have taste. They're not using their eyes to hear. They don't use their ears to see. They're doing feelings really differently. So if you want to talk about the dark triad, that the narcissist who's given to the satanic cult, basically they gravitate towards it because it's easy, very easy. And it's about power and control over every living soul, and take their light away, steal their life, steal a life. Some of the weirdest ones, this is the truth about narcissists, babe. This is the truth about some of the people that are non-self-reflecting. What they do is they look at you, and they kind of go like this. Okay, see the shirt that I'm wearing? They kind of go like this. They'll go, and they can do this with a very important subject matter to you, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? They go like this. They go, well, today I'm wearing my black shirt that says Idlewild on it. And even though they're not, you're like, I'm wearing a black shirt with Idlewild on it. Hello? See, they'll do this thing, but it could be deeper than that. They could say, you're who knows, but they'll copy. See, but see, there's a way that they're doing this that steals from you. See, basically they're saying you're not there. See, they think that you're you. This is the thing, is it's hard to deal with them because they start mirroring. It's like, would you get this fucking thing away from me? It's not, you're not even, see, you have to realize that now you're just having a conversation with yourself. Now, don't get locked into, like, okay, so you have work to do and stuff, and they're going to, they kind of chime in and say, well, you're an idiot, or something like that. And you're like, they'll start doing criticism, and it's like, fucking get away from that. Red flag. And I happen to think that the communications devices, and see, they want us to become alerted to this fucking problem, this glitch that's happening, that now the government, if you can call it the government, whatever it is that has been doing what it does, it's apparently farming up the organism. And when I say organism, babes, I'm talking about there is 100% collective that is there chugging away doing something. But did you know only 92% are, a whopping 92% are non-human. They're not human yet. There's ones that are like, they're teetering, they're like, and they kind of fall through the cracks. They fall through the screen. And they're also not making it to the monitor, which, okay, so the way you make it to the monitor intergalactically, I'm pretty sure, is you keep the I in lower case. That's why when you say iPhone, I don't know about your Android, but if you go on, but it might be a standard where if you say iPhone, it'll show up the lowercase I. They have to put it in plain sight. They're not doing everything, but under intergalactic rule, they say, no, this is, see, the reason why they took a famous author's material off of the shelf is because they needed to display to the intergalactic monitor, who was Dr. Seuss, that, oh, we got to get rid of this lowercase base shit. And oh, this, even though it was great material, in fact, his material is hitting on what I'm finding about some things, you know, as a standard, kind of like, well, it's never about a who, it's about a how. But I know that he had a movie called The Planet Who or something. I don't know. I don't watch movies ever since I moved up into the mountains. And anyway, and I remember when my psyche remembers when cable television started coming up here was in the 80s. And I was like, why? You don't come up here to watch television. And so anyway, we'll have ordinances passed in the future where it doesn't mix up so much like that. We're going to keep sanctuaries. It's going to actually make sense. We're going to do essential work. It's just, the kids are going to start having fun. I don't know. It's going to be horrible for people that don't make sense. I mean, we're looking at, and just in this year alone, that more and more mental illness is going to happen because the people who have lived the fake life, that they don't do essential work. They think that all work is essential. It's like, babe, you don't even know what work means. Can we talk about that now? So in case the kids were watching, because they're like, boy, I mean, if you think about it your own self, babe, go ahead, pull the goddamn curtains, lock the doors, shut the windows. If you have to drink a little wine, do it. Turn out the lights and think. Does it seem like anything's working with all of the energy, human energy, being employed out there? Oh, this chugging. It's getting impossible, right? People can't afford stuff, right? Oh, the apple is getting up to $5 an apple, or fucking 3 apples, or something ridiculous like that. And it's like, no, this is free. But see, here's why. It's because that backdrop is being fucking used. It's being hijacked and say, here, do this and sit here. Sit on this gear and cranking and babies and scoop them up and Epstein file. Ooh, let's go to court. No, let's bomb them. Let's have a fucking moon landing. And all the children are like, Mommy, but why aren't you on this? And we don't give a fuck. Go have a picnic, please. Go consider the lilies up there in the hills. Get away from it all. Find a shaman. No, don't bomb them. Find them and give them an avocado sandwich. We're here. We've got fires, sacred fire going.